Hello everybody and welcome back to Rudy's Kitchen Express. Today I'm going to make one of our favorite meals, spaghetti and meatballs. So first for the meatballs, I've got 3 pounds of ground beef and 1.5 pounds of ground pork. We're going to use onion, mushrooms, panko, 2 eggs, a heaping tablespoon of oregano and a heaping teaspoon of basil, about a 1/2 cup of parsley. In this, I've got a heaping tablespoon of salt, pepper, and granulated garlic. Spaghetti sauce, I've got 5 jars of passata, a can of tomato paste, and about 5 cloves of garlic, fresh. I've got 2 eggs, put in about a tablespoon of Worcester sauce, mix that up. My herbs. Salt, pepper, and granulated garlic. So this is when you get your hands dirty. I've washed my hands. You mix this all together. Right now I have the oven preheating to 400 degrees. And we're going to start to make our meatballs in a moment. Okay, so that's ready. I'm going to put in about half of this. This is 2 cups of mushrooms. And half of this is 2 cups of onion. And the panko. That's 1.5 cups of panko. Okay, so now we're starting to roll our meatballs. You don't need to overwork them. You're going to make them about the size of a golf ball. This takes a little time, but it's well worth the effort. Okay, finished rolling our meatballs. You can see I've made about 40 of them. They're all pretty much the size of a golf ball. It doesn't have to be perfect, but pretty close is good for cooking. I've got the oven going at 400 degrees and they'll go in for 30 minutes. As you see, I've got a lot of that mixture left, and what I'm going to do with this is it's going to form the base of flavor for our meat sauce. Okay, I've got a big stainless steel pot here, putting about 3 tablespoons of olive oil. I'd reserve that onion and start to saute that. Reserve some mushrooms. This is medium-high heat. And 5 cloves of garlic minced. This down, takes maybe 2 minutes. So this is getting pretty close. I'm creating a little hot spot, and in that I'm going to put about half of this tomato paste. I'll save the other half for later. I want to create a little bit of color. By cooking these tomatoes like this, it'll sweeten the tomato paste, and that will help to offset the acidity of the tomato puree. So that's ready. I'm going to add in the rest of this meatball mixture. Now you don't have to add this to the sauce. We like a meat sauce. And with 5 jars of passata, quite a bit of spaghetti sauce that we'll be making. This meatball mixture is nicely browned. Consistency I'm looking for. Now we're going to start to add in our passata. Okay, so what I do after I put in the passata. I put about a half a cup of water to rinse out all the tomato that's left in the jar. Now this was pretty thick, so what I did was I added a 1/6 jar of passata. It was a little bit more meat than I normally would use. It's up to a slow simmer. And add in the rest of that tomato paste. It's got a great color to it. And when the meatballs are finished in the oven, I'll put them into the sauce to continue cooking. Points I want to bring to your attention. First of all, I'm using a very sturdy bottomed stainless steel stock pot, and one of the things that I did was bring it up slowly to simmer. The reason why you want to do it slow is if you try to do it too fast, you're going to burn the sauce. And now we're going to simmer this for about 2 hours. Okay, our meatballs have cooked. It's been a half an hour in the oven. So I'm going to start to put these 40 meatballs into the sauce. Okay, all of the meatballs are in. It's going at a low simmer. I'm going to put the lid on the pot, just leaving it just a little askew so the steam can escape. So we'll see you back in 2 hours. It's been about an hour and 3/4. The pasta sauce is looking very good. All those meatballs are in there. Nice, thick, meaty sauce. I've got a pot of water on. We're going to cook some spaghetti in it, and we'll put it all together. Okay, our pasta's finished cooking. I've added it to the sauce and have our meatballs, and hoping that you'll have as much fun making this as I did. Buon appetito.